Well, hello there. My name is Shahara Wooten. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, The Money Decision Show, where we talk about how life decisions always connect to a money decision. So today we are going to talk about, will my money grow? It is a question that many people ask all the time. And there's a lot of different bunny trails that I could take on that topic because it is a vast topic. But today I'm going to really focus in on compound interest. I love compound interest because it is a way for your money to make money. And that is powerful. So as an example, if you had $100 and we told you you're going to get a 10% interest rate, that means that your $100 after the end of a year will grow by $10. So now it's $110. What's beautiful about compound interest is that in that second year, your interest will make money. So if we were to say that second year, you're going to get another 10% interest rate, then that means that your money will grow to $121. Isn't that amazing? So your interest is making interest. It is making money for you. Now there's the flip side of this, which is called simple interest. And with simple interest, it just means that if you get a 10% interest rate on $100, that's $10. So that means that every year your money's growing by $10. So in 3 years, your $100 will grow by $30. Not so with compound interest. Compound interest it's a magical term, and I've done some research, and a lot of folks, even I, attribute that Albert Einstein really talked about it, but talked about compound interest, but it's actually someone else. So maybe for another time I can go through that history lesson. But for right now, we want to know, how will our money make money? So when we start to add more years and say we want to know, is $100, what is that going to be with a 10% interest rate in 20 years? Well, the calculation is actually quite complicated. I actually learned the calculation when I was in high school, my junior year in high school. I remember learning about compound interest, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And it is truly powerful. I learned the formula and we worked it out. But I have something better for you. You don't have to know a formula, which I think is going to make all of our lives easier. So the rule of 72 is a wonderful rule of thumb so that you're able to figure out how much time will it take for my money to double given a certain interest rate. So let's just look at our example here today that I just put out here, which is $100 is our investment, and we're hoping to get a 10% interest rate. No guarantees, just a hope. How long would it take for my money to double using the rule of 72? What you're going to do is you're going to take, using the rule of 72, you're going to take 72 and divide that by 10. We take off the percentage. We don't use a decimal. We just take interest rate 10%, 72 divided by 10. Well, if you have your handy dandy calculator, or if you're really good and you did it in your head, it equals 7.2. So that means that your money will double every 7.2 years if you have a 10% interest rate. So $100 with a 10% interest rate will be $200 in 7.2 years. So I'm going to show you a few more examples. I have a Wall Street Journal picture, very nice. I decided to use that, and it's showing us all the different examples. So we'll just look at that here. And one of the other examples that I use a lot of times in my presentation is just saying a reasonable interest rate, let's say 6%. We're thinking we'll get 6% on our money. You take 72, divide that by 6, you now have your money doubling every 12 years because 72 divided by 6 equals 12. So it's a wonderful rule of thumb, and this is a wonderful way to see how will our money double if we're investing it. Now, in previous videos, I have talked about ways to save money, ways to curb your expenses, not doing so much online shopping, and all those types of things. Well, we're going to talk about the opposite effect and how compounding and the rule of 72 can really work against us. And that's when it comes to debt and consumer debt. So the same thing goes. If you have a bill that's $5,000 and this is the balance on your credit card and they're doing a 20% interest rate, at a 20% interest rate on your balance of $5,000, we take 72, divide that by 20, we're now going to have our balance double every 3.6 years. Now, of course, that is with you not paying it down. So this example is the worst case scenario. But what if you're paying it down and you're continually adding money to that credit card? You can just see how it really can work against you. So what I recommend is really work on trying to pay that debt down and have the rule of 72 work for you rather than against you. So I hope that this was super helpful for you just to get an idea of how this all works. If you like the ideas that I'm sharing, please like, share to other people, subscribe, comment below how you're using the rule of 72 in your favor. Also, I want to make sure you're aware that I have a free ebook guide called Crafting Your Amazing Financial Success Story Through Financial Wellness. So please look in the description. You can get the link and you can download it for free. Please take a moment to download it. And I'm looking forward to sharing more financial tips. Thanks so much for joining my channel today. Please like, share, and subscribe.